Hi hoes, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, I'm stunning. How about you? So today's video is going to be all about the Revolution and Emily collaboration, and this is the Wands palette. I saw this palette and I knew that I needed it in my life. And if you're not aware, Emily Noel is one of the OG beauty blogger YouTubers. She's been on the platform for a very long time, and I really love her because she's so genuine. Like, I trust everything she says. She's super honest. She's not like, you know, a huge YouTuber because she doesn't really do a lot of sponsorships or anything like that. Like, everything she says is 100% her truth, and I feel like it's kind of refreshing to see her videos because, like, right now, like, we all know, like, the beauty community is like in shambles right now because of all this, you know, drama and stuff. But to me, I've always watched Emily because of her honest reviews, and I feel like everything she recommends I actually end up loving. When I saw that she was collaborating with Makeup Revolution, I was super excited. I haven't tried anything from Makeup Revolution, mainly because I was scared. Because I was like, I know like everyone's been saying like, oh, it's so good, blah 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 blah, but at the same time I'm kind of just like, okay, but like, what's the return policy though? Like, I have to like safeguard my money. I don't have a lot of it. So when this came out and I saw the palette, I was like, okay, shit, like, I need that. And it's only $20 US. I ordered mine from the Revolution website, the USA one, and I received it in 1 week, which is actually pretty fast for me considering that I live here in Canada. Shipping was, I forgot how much it was, I'll put it on the screen, but all I know is that even with shipping and even with the conversion, this palette is still worth it. There are 24 shades in here. It's a mix of matte, metallic, and satin. I think it's really gorgeous. I think Emily did an amazing job picking and selecting these shades. The quality from what I've used so far, it's pretty amazing, but not even just for the price point, but I think overall it's a pretty good palette. Like, the quality is there, the pigmentation is definitely there. So I'm just really excited to keep playing with this palette. I've only used it once, and that's the look I'm going to show you guys today, but overall I'm so excited to keep playing with it. But before we get into the application and like tutorial part of this, I'm going to do some swatches for you on my arm. And I know that we don't really use swatches to really see like the actual pigmentation and actual quality of an eyeshadow, but for me it's kind of just showing off how it looks on my skin tone. Right now I am really tan. I consider myself medium tan usually, but right now I'm tan. Like, she's tan. Like, she went to the beach last week. So this is the cream, Hobby, and Prayer. So Hobby looks a little dusty on me, like, but that's because I'm really tan. Then we have Grateful. Oh, that's pretty. Good Vibes, and Side Hustle. So that's the top row. Okay, so we have Midwest, Dues Paid, and Eve Rose. It's a really interesting shade. Then we have Belle Violet, Capricorn, and Pi Phi. That looks really bad, but like on my eye it looked pretty good. So then we have Oh Heavens, Love Tons, and Pizzazz. Then we have Family, Top Story, and Apartment. Then we have Cupcake, Laugh Cry, and Cheer. And then the final three are Heartbreak, Corduroy, and Dark and Early. So again, the purpose of these swatches is to basically show how it looks against my skin tone, not really to show off like the pigmentation or the quality of the shadows, because I did use Pi Phi on my eyes and it looks amazing. It's like really deep and it's actually really pigmented, whereas it's swatched kind of shitty. Before I start like rambling, let's just get into putting on this damn eyeshadow, because honestly, like, I'm tired of talking. So I've already primed my eyelids with the Urban Decay primer potion. This is what I always use. I always use a primer when I'm doing eyeshadow, sometimes even when I'm not doing eyeshadow, because I have really oily, creasy eyelids. So I haven't actually touched these at all. I haven't even swatched them, so I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the shade Laugh Cry. Okay, and I'm just gonna put this into the transition crease area. This mirror right here is freaking gigantic and I love it. Okay, pigment, what? That's pretty freaking pigmented. Holy smokes. Okay. And it's blending really, really freaking easily. So that's good. Okay. I'm gonna go back to using my smaller mirror because the big palette is actually blocking like my lighting. So I'm not looking as, you know. So I'm gonna use the shade Love Tons, which is like a beautiful berry color. And I'm just dabbing that on the outer corner. Okay, pigment, she's there. And I'm just gonna buff it out a little bit. Okay, so my biggest concern going into this was it is gonna be pigmented, but it's not laying down. It's not like staying on the eyelid. But so far it is staying on the eyelid as I buff it out. Ooh, I'm gonna be doing a halo eye, so I'm gonna be bringing this into the crease. Ooh! I'm not gonna take this large brush into my inner corner because I'm just gonna be playing myself doing that. It's gonna get all over everywhere. I need something more precise, so I'm gonna use a different brush for that. This is going on so easily. Like, I'm not putting in extra effort that I don't really want to be doing. Okay, so I'm gonna use an angled brush like this so I can get a little bit more precise on the inner corner. And we're gonna just wedge her in there. How's that looking, guys? Is she stunning? I'm gonna go back to the first shade we used, Laugh Cry, and then I'm gonna just go around the border of that. It started looking a little harsh. Not because of the eyeshadow, but because of my own blending. Okay, that's really pretty. That's like kind of super gorge. Now I'm gonna use the shade Pie Fi on a smaller brush. It's like a deep plum, and we're just gonna create some more depth with that. She is deep. One thing she mentioned about these like dark mattes is that they show up as an actual color, not just like a muddy, almost black kind of thing, and I'm definitely seeing that right now because this doesn't look muddy to me. It looks perfectly pigmented and purple, which is exactly what I wanted from the shade. I kind of look like I'm bruised, but like really fashionably bruised. Like, I just got into a fight with like a really like fashionable raccoon or something. Like, that's kind of like the vibe I'm getting right now, and I'm loving it. I'm gonna go back in with the angled brush, back into Love Tons, and I'm just gonna work this into like the eyelid, I guess. So for the lid, I think I'm gonna go with I actually don't know. Okay, so I'm really curious as to what this Eve Rose shade is actually about. Like, I don't really know what color it's supposed to be. Like, on the pen, it kind of looks like a lavender, but then it has like a gold shift to it. So it kind of just looks champagne. I'm gonna try Top Story. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, it's kind of more my speed. What am I gonna do? I'm just gonna put a little bit of concealer on the center of my lid. So I can go with Pizzazz, which is more like an orchid color, or Heartbeat, which is kind of like perfect. Or also there's Good Vibes, which is more like a coppery red. Okay, so my heart is telling me to go with Top Story, so that's what I'm gonna do. I don't actually have any like water with me, so I'm gonna be using this just by itself. Dry. Oh my god, that's dry. Okay, I'm kind of shook. Then on the outer corners, I'm just gonna use Heartbeat. Do you guys see this? That is so pretty. Okay, so I decided earlier on that I would be using Corduroy and Dark and Early together on the lower lash line. Just, you know, mix it up, make it a little bit different. I don't know if I if I like that. That is pigmented. Holy Jesus. Yeah, I shouldn't have brought it all the way in, that teal, but it is what it is. Ooh, just looking smoky. Now, for the inner corner, especially like on the lower lash line, I really need some brightness there. So I'm gonna use the shade Eva Rose. That's such an interesting shade. It's like champagne, rose, gold, lavender. Like, it's just not, you know, doing what I want it to. It's not as like bright and shimmery as I'd like it to be. Like, I'm packing on a lot. I'm pretty sure if I use it wet, it's fine, but I don't have anything to wet my brush with right now. Okay, so for brow bone highlight, I don't think I'm capable of using any of these shades, to be honest. Oh Heavens and the cream is just like pure white to me, on my skin tone anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna finish my eyes with eyeliner and mascara and false lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I just put a little bit of lipstick on and did liner, lashes, and mascara, and now I have like the full look on, and I love it so much. I was a little scared of like the lower lash line because it was a little too intense, but after I put lashes on, I think it's fine. So for this look, I ended up only using 6 eyeshadows, which is literally just a quarter of the palette. So I do have a lot more planning to do when it comes to this palette, which I'm really excited about. But so far, I love how my look turned out. I'm loving the quality, especially with the mattes, like the deep mattes, because they're not turning muddy, they're not turning like ugly. They don't look like that black with a little bit of color. Like, it looks like an actual deep purple or like a deep burgundy, you know what I mean? What I like the most about this palette is that it gives me so many options of where I can go. It's concise, but it's also very cohesive. That's the word. Oh my god, it's cohesive because it has the fun colors, but it doesn't look clownish. I think that's the best way I can describe it. It doesn't look clownish. It's fun, it's playful, but it doesn't look like you know what I mean? But overall, I'm just really happy and so proud for Emily. I'm just so happy. When I saw that she came out with a collaboration in her own palettes, I knew I had to jump on and, you know, support her. Not only that, but when I saw this palette, I was actually like, okay, like I need that like right now. So I'm really happy that I was able to like get my hands on it because it is like really freaking pretty. Okay, so that's it for me in this video. I hope you guys like it, and if you do, give it a like, and if you like me, then you should totally subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, okay?